This tutorial should help you get familiar with the game's interface. Clicking on the choices, you'll shape the story and proceed along your adventure. Clicking on the icon above the choice will play it. With these arrows, you'll scroll through the longer choices. Click on this button to hide the book. Now click it again to reveal. Click on the bottom left corner. Now click it again to return the element. These buttons are to manage the narration's audio. Here, you'll find the icons to manually. Here, when you return to the main menu, the game is automatic. You can customize all the controls from the game option. Now, click on the first choice to begin your story, or
For years now, peace has been reigning over the continent of Hesperia. The feats of ancient heroes, warriors, and magicians will live on as legends and children's bedtime stories. Everything is back to normal. Markets and trades are flourishing, raids of marauders are rare, and brigands have mostly taken. Without hesitation, Leon decides to head to Laganasan. The cold desert is an inhospitable region inhabited only by outlaws. Its border is marked by an imposing metal fence. No one has ever been able to climb over it. Several barracks. Leon is outraged by the power play taking place. He decides to act upon getting rid of his audience. Although a great wizard indeed, Leon has overlooked a minor detail. He is not immune to fire, and triggering such a high-level spell in a room so small is simply idiotic. He burns alive alongside the others as their cries of agony rise to the sky. The flames devour the building, leaving. Leon is outraged by the power play taking place. He decides to act upon getting rid of his audience. Leon is fast, and the soldiers have no time to react. His hands are as quick as his tongue, and he unleashes the spell. Despite the devastating effects on his opponents, he is safe. Once over the border, Leon explores the area. The ground is black, as if covered by volcanic ashes, and the climate is much colder than that of Kelsinar. Under a matte gray sky, dark sand and desolation goes on as far as the eye can see. Walking his teeth. After some time, Leon finds the hill surrounded by bones, just as the Snake Man had described it. The glacial cold is in sharp contrast with the burnt color of the dragon's lair. A strange feeling grips Leon's stomach, but he doesn't give in. He knows which way. The wizard decides to step into the cave, and an eye is soon upon him. The dragon rises abruptly, spreading its mighty wings that take up the entire den. It roars and bellows a flame upwards. The dragon is imposing. Next to it, Leon is merely an ant. Its back is covered in scales, while its belly resembles that of a snake, slimy and gross. Leon catches the dragon off guard. The jet of water shoots straight into the beast's mouth, hindering its burst of flame. The recoil, however, makes it hit its head against the wall, causing the whole cave to quake. The dragon is wounded. A rivulet of blood dribbles along its snout. Now furious, the creature strikes. Leon has wasted his shot at subduing the beast. It turns out to be the winning choice. Unprotected by scales, the stone spears jab the dragon's soft underbelly. With a dreadful cry, the beast falls, its life fading. The goal of forging an alliance has gone up in smoke. Leon decides to go after the Book of Blood Magic. He heads northwest for the city of Remagast. close to the border with the cold desert. He might find an old acquaintance there to start issuing his first commands. His journey proceeds smoothly, and after about 1 day,
Leon crosses the city gates.
his eyes meet a ghastly scene.
Remagast is still in ruin. Triumvar Lotanor, the blood wizard
Who tried to take over Kael'Sanar, had dealt it a harsh blow. Though Leon indulges in a night of restful sleep to restore his energy. After fleshing out the last details of his plan with Ankalimo, he resumes his journey to the north. First, however, he must carefully choose the enchantments he'll rely on. Triumvar Lotanor was able to bend all of nature's elements to his will, so he needs to be ready for any circumstance. As evening falls, the wolves' howls echo in the ominous landscape. The wizard comes across an imposing jet tower. Searching around the complex, he locates the door with surprising. The window's shutters are open, and Leon enters the tower effortlessly. The room is pitch black, save for a single glimmer of light that shines on a desk. As Leon takes a step forward, the windows shut abruptly and everything fades to black. A heavy silence looms over the room. The only sound Leon can hear is a dripping noise that grows increasingly louder until it resembles that of a babbling brook. The water soaks Leon's feet, soon rising to his ankles. His magic doesn't work as he'd hoped. Unfortunately, Leon can't see anything in the room and conjures a random enchantment, which doesn't allow him to oppose the element that threatens him. Unluckily for him, the water flow is so abundant that it submerges him far too quickly. He doesn't have another chance to respond. The window's shutters are open, and Leon enters the tower effortlessly. The room is pitch black, save for a single glimmer of light that shines on a desk. His magic doesn't work as he'd hoped. Unfortunately, Leon can't see any. The window's shutters are open, and Leon enters the tower effortlessly. Searching the room, Leon finds an hourglass on the desk, the only object in the otherwise unadorned chamber. Leon tries to pick it up, but the base is fixed to the desk as a sort of lever device. The movement stops the water flowing in from above, and it starts to drain out through several nozzles that sit along the walls. Meanwhile, a door opens, pointing him towards a long and winding spiral staircase. It leads up to the top of the tower. It seems that summoning an earth elemental wasn't the best idea. Perhaps he should have chosen to use water against fire. The creature he has conjured is being slowly torn apart by his opponent. With the earth elemental dealt with, the fiery being heads for Leon. Searching the room, Leon finds an hourglass on the desk, the only object in the other. Leon kills the Guardian and takes the book. A secret door opens along the side of the tower, and he steps in. Leon enters the Rulath Forest, an area that has long served as the home of several outlaws. Reminiscent of his mentor's stories, he remembers that the tomb of Asperia. The blood misled Leon. As he moves the first stone, an undead skeleton appears in front of him. He has the beat of one breath to make a decision, and his heart pounds in his chest. Leon, however, is not defeated by fear and invokes his magic. The skeleton crumbles to the ground and dissolves, but a cloud rises from the bones. It takes a screeching and ghostly shape. It's a banshee, a witch of nightmares. A black, torn mantle shrouds the decaying green ghost. It is an irksome foe. Leon needs something to soften the ear-shattering sound of her penetrating cry, but all elements conduct sound. Creating a highly conductive speed barrier might turn her attack back upon the banshee herself. Leon can choose to employ a liquid, The wizard remembers that sound propagates faster through solids at high temperatures. He summons a granite wall encircled by a curtain of fire, which envelops the specter. Her cries are astounding, and Leon falls to the ground, covering his ears. Even though he made the right call, the Banshee is overwhelmingly powerful, and he is stunned all the same.
Several years have passed since Leon set out to seek his obsessions. His stubbornness resulted in a war for the conquest of Kelsinar. However, he has yet to acquire all the knowledge he needs to dominate the nation, and with time, the entire world. As part of Kelsinar has fallen under his heel, the resistance has risen to stop him. The head of the rebels has hidden in the... The walk to Rulath Forest was long. Before you is a dark maze of trees and entangled branches. You'd rather not go into the woods now, as it's evening. But you need to find Daraga. Waiting means hesitating. The wolves sense your fear and the whole pack jumps on you. The strategy you'd thought up doesn't work out well.